Of course. Alright. Second run through of this video. First one got it got disconnected when I was making it. So, this video here, as you can see, is about the GI Bill. Now I'm going to make several videos, like parts, I guess, because there's a lot to cover, and I don't want to have them be super long, and you're going to get drowned in information, and you're going to get, that's what they do when you get out of the Navy, of the military. You go through all that classes, and they flood you with all this info, benefits, GI Bill, healthcare stuff, blah, 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 and you're like, I just want to get out. I don't, want to hear this, blah, blah. But even if you were paying attention, just a lot of stuff, and it's overwhelming. But this is the most important. This is like the best benefit you get, right? Free school. Now, I just want to touch on tuition assistance. This is why you're active duty. When you're enlisted, whatever, when you're active duty in the military, you get tuition assistance, which is they pay for your school, your classes while you're in. Now I can go into like a lot about that because it's a pain to get tuition assistance. Now I'll just say a quick little thing. Like for the Navy, I'll give you an example. I went to boot camp, I went to A school, I went to C school, then I got to my first squadron. And when I got there, they said, no, you can't use tuition assistance right away. You have to be here at the command for a year. And I was like, what? A year? They didn't say that. So, I waited a year, and then I couldn't even use it again because they're like, oh no, you don't have enough qualifications. You need to get this qual 2 and this warfare pin, blah blah blah. So it's not just you have to wait a year. You have to be fully qualified. You got to have all your warfare pins. Your squadron can't be undermanned, and you gotta I don't know. There's a lot of little stupid things. So I never even used it because it was just a pain. I mean, I guess I could have took a class or two, but that's in the past. Tuition assistance you can use out active duty. Now once you're done, once you get out and you're a veteran, then you have your post 9/11 or your Montgomery. Now, this is my opinion, but obviously, well, the majority of you, the post 9/11 is going to be the best one because you get 36 months of benefits. So they'll pay your state tuition for 36 months of school. Now you're like, wait, that's 3 years. Well, no, because 9 months is the school year. So 9, 18, 27, 36. That's 4 years, basically, that you get. And with the post 9/11, while you're a full-time student, which for me is 12 units or more, you get E5 BAH with dependents. So they pay you for living. The Navy will pay you E5 BAH with dependents. So for me, it's around like $2,000 because I live in SoCal and the cost of living is really high. So I get $2,000 from the Navy while I'm going to school full time. That's good. That's really good. And I also get a $1,000 book stipend. Yeah. So what else do I want to talk about? I'm not going to go into detail yet because I'll leave that for other ones. This is just basic stuff about the post 9/11. So let's see. Post 9/11 is my opinion. In my opinion, it's the best one to use. There's also the Montgomery, which you can look up. Montgomery would be more if you want to go to like a trade school. Like an electrician, I don't know, trade school, or other things. But if you want to get like a basic degree, bachelor's or grad school, I say the post 9/11. And on top of that, you can also get FAFSA, federal aid when you go to school, because the post 9/11 GI Bill is something that you earned, right? You earned it. It's not just given to you. FAFSA is something that you get based on, your income, blah blah blah. So that's that's something that you get too. You're not double dipping or working the system, whatever people, like to say. So yeah, look into FAFSA, because you get, money from that too, and Cal Grants. So when you're using the post 9/11, definitely go to your financial aid office at your school. Now, for me, um, definitely choose a school when you're looking that has like at least a good Veterans Affairs office or a VA office on the campus. So, or a counselor, VA counselors. So it's people that have, know what's going on. So it's not as like the school I'm going to has a good Veterans Affairs office. So it's easier to do stuff and to find out about things because it gets kind of confusing. Alright, what else do I want to talk about? I think the next video I'll talk about actually how you start, like your benefits, like the process you have to do once you get out, like, because there's some stuff you got to do, and I just called the VA office, and just asked them like, so, what do I have to do first, and whatever, and they just, they told me, and then I just did it. Yeah. But it's kind of confusing. So, yeah, post 9/11 is good. Um, and not everybody gets it. If you have to do whatever your contract is. So mine was 4 years, and you have to serve honorably, get an honorable discharge. And yeah, I know there's people that are like, oh, I served 2 years and then I was medically discharged, blah blah blah. Do I get it? I don't know. You can look at like, I don't know all the rules. I know there's a little special circumstances, but I know for the basic general people, right? You serve your time honorably, you get discharged, you're a veteran, yay. Then you use your benefits. Right? So the next video I think I'll talk about how to, like the process you actually have to do to get to get the ball rolling. And maybe it'll help you guys, you know, because I didn't really find anything like this. But no, I found like a, really like, professionally made one with people in, but they don't really tell it how it is. They just kind of say how it should be, right? But it's never how there's always little things they don't say, which make it a pain. So that's what I'll talk about in the next video. This one was more just kind of like a general one about the GI Bill, my opinion on it, and tuition assistance too. So you learned about that. That's good. And how tuition assistance really is, because they screw you over. I'm telling you. Alright, I think that's it for now. I will be making another one maybe in a couple days. Alright, bye.